They say love can bloom in the most unexpected places, but no one expected it to grow from a street corner. Every morning, before the city woke up, a young man named Raphael set up his small flower stand at the edge of a busy street. His hands were always stained with soil, his clothes simple and worn, but his smile was the kind that could make anyone stop for a moment. He sold flowers not just to make a living, but because he believed in them. He used to tell passersby, "A flower is proof that beauty can survive even the hardest ground." It was the only thing his late mother ever told him before she passed. Then one morning she appeared. A woman in her mid-20s, dressed elegantly, with eyes that looked both tired and kind. Her name was Elena, a regular in the neighborhood, always walking fast, always on her phone, always looking like she belonged to a world far above his. But that day, something made her stop. She bought a single rose, and when Raphael handed it to her, their fingers brushed for just a second. Long enough for him to feel a spark he couldn't explain. She smiled politely and left, but he couldn't stop thinking about her. Days turned into weeks. She kept coming back. Sometimes she'd buy daisies, sometimes lilies, sometimes nothing at all, just a conversation. Raphael started saving the best flowers for her, trimming them perfectly, wrapping them with care. She told him she worked for a big company nearby, and that buying flowers was her only moment of peace. He didn't tell her much about himself. He was just a poor boy selling dreams wrapped in petals. But the way she looked at him, gently, curiously, it made him feel seen in a way he never had before. One rainy afternoon, Elena didn't come. The next day, she didn't either. And by the third day, Raphael found himself staring at every passing car, hoping to see her face. Then, just as he began to give up, a taxi stopped by his stand. And she stepped out, holding an umbrella and wearing a smile that could outshine the rain. "I couldn't stay away," she said. "You always remind me that life can still be beautiful." They began spending more time together. Coffee breaks, walks after sunset, laughter that made the city seem smaller. But in the back of Raphael's mind, he knew the truth. People like her don't fall for people like him. One evening, he walked her home, and at her gate, he finally said it. "You deserve more than someone who sells flowers on the street." She looked at him for a long moment, then took his hand and whispered, "What if I just want someone who knows how to make them grow?" That night, he kissed her for the first time. It was gentle, uncertain, but real. A kiss between two souls who had no business meeting, but somehow did. Months later, she helped him open his own flower shop, a small one, with his name on the sign. Every day she stopped by, still buying a single rose, though now she paid with a kiss instead of cash. When people asked him about the success of his shop, he always smiled and said, "It started with one customer who bought a flower and left her heart instead." Because sometimes love doesn't need wealth or status. It just needs two hearts brave enough to meet halfway between a bouquet and a dream. So tell me, would you fall for someone who has nothing but love?